What up, PB Cashewville? It's your boy Cashew, and today we're going to be talking about Tom and Jerry War of the Whiskers. It's a fun game, it's a throwback, it's a classic, and it's in the PlayStation 2, and I think Xbox, and I also believe GameCube. We're going to talk about it. Hit it. What up, PB Cashewville? It's your boy Cashew, and like I said, we're going to be talking about Tom and Jerry, War of the Whiskers. But before I do get into that, I just want to talk a little about a couple things. So, the Knicks officially got Mikal Bridges. We signed him. Not signed, we trade for him. Happy about that. The Knicks did lose Isaiah Hartenstein. I'm not going to lie, that did hurt, but congrats to Isaiah Hartenstein. He has $87 million. He's going to make for like 4 to 5 years in OKC. I'm just happy for him. He got a bag. But the Knicks, they have still a bright future. I think they're still going to do good in the East. I'm excited to see what happens in this season. Now, let's get into the game. This game right here, now I'm going to be honest, it's been a long time since I played this game. But I do know that this game is mostly a fighting game. If you ever played like a Street Fighter, or if you ever played like, it's a Reddit M game, but like a Mortal Kombat, it's basically like that. It's like a fighting game, a fun fighting game with Tom and Jerry characters. I believe there was a little story mode to it, or storyline to it. It was just basically like you fighting the different characters in this game. So let me explain who's in this game. Obviously, I'm gonna be looking at the back. I'm gonna be using my cheat code over here. But obviously, Tom is in the game. Tom the cat is in the game. Love Tom. Jerry is in the game. Butch is in the game. If you don't know who Butch is, he's that black cat that is Tom's friend, or is sometimes can be Tom's friend. You got Spike the dog, who always likes to, for some reason, always have problems with Tom and always wants to fight Tom. It's kind of funny. You also have Robot Cat. I think Robot Cat in a show, I think Tom made Robot Cat, or he bought Robot Cat. I can't remember. It's been a while since I saw Tom and Jerry. Then you also got Ego. If I'm not mistaken, in the episode that Ego was in, he messed up Tom. Like, he always will fight Tom, and I don't remember. Like, I do remember Ego being in the show. I don't remember what episode. I believe he was beating up Tom. Most of these characters, like, I'll give you an example of Spike. Spike, for some reason, always likes to mess with Tom. Like, he always wants to beat up Tom. I don't understand why. Then you also got Lion. I think he also was in an episode. But I think in that episode, it was an episode where a lion, like, ran away, or was, like, he ran away from the circus, or he escaped from the circus. And I think Tom was making sure there was no lions around where he lived, and he was kind of scared. Then you have Nibbles, and if not mistaken, Nibbles is Jerry's nephew. Then you have Tyke, Tyke is basically that's Spike's kid, Spike's son. Then you have Monster Jerry, which is basically Jerry becoming a monster. Then you got Duckling, and if Duckling, I remember the episode is when it was when he thought he was ugly, and then Tom pretended to be his friend, but in reality he wasn't trying to be his friend. He was just trying to eat him. What can I say about this game except that it's fun? It's a fighting game. You get to beat these characters up. I do remember I used to play as Tom a lot. I remember playing as Tom a lot, and I remember specifically they had like different types of items, you can use. I know one of them was like a shovel. I think you could throw a watermelon. Like, they had a couple of objects you can use. Trash can, I believe, was another one. And I remember just having a great time. I remember this being a two-player game, or is it? Yep, a two-player game. I remember me and my brother playing it a lot too, and how we used to fight each other and just mess each other up in the game. I also do remember that one character was hard, and I think that was actually Monster Jerry. If I'm not mistaken, you had to fight Monster Jerry, and I remember him being annoying. I remember him being hard. But like I said, this game is fun. It's hard. I'm trying to remember a lot about the game, but not only will I talk about the game, I will also talk about the show and how much I love Tom and Jerry. I've got to mention, I do got a Tom and Jerry shirt. I have like 2 to 3 shirts of Tom and Jerry, and I love the show. And I do got to say this, since I'm also talking about the show too. I'd never understand why would Jerry bother Tom. There'll be times where Tom is not doing anything. Tom would just be relaxing, just chilling, and then Jerry would just come along and just bother him. And I never understood why he would do that. And I used to get annoyed with that because I'm just like, bro, like leave Tom alone. Like Tom would not be doing anything. When I mean he's not doing anything, he's not even bothering Jerry. And Jerry would just go and be like, in his head he'll think, oh, you know, let's go mess with Tom. And it got on my nerves. I remember one episode. I think unless there was one episode where Jerry had invisible ink, and he used that invisible ink, and he was just messing around with Tom, pretending that there was a ghost. And I remember there was that one scene where Jerry was like invisible, and Tom was about to drink his milk, and Jerry just sip it up and drink it up, and Tom was all freaked out and scared. I remember one episode where there was another episode I remember where Jerry would just like Tom, okay, there was an episode with, remember how I was talking about Duckling, the duck? So Tom was going to eat him, and Jerry got in his way and was like, okay, you know, let me help the duck. I understand that part, but like I said, there was some stuff that I just don't understand. Like, Jerry will always bother Tom, and I never understood why, and it used to get me so annoyed because Tom will be just chilling, and next you know, Jerry's just, like, messing with them. And then, oh, man, I remember that. I remember also an episode. I actually remember the Tom and Jerry movie. That movie was pretty good. I remember that they actually the first movie. I believe they actually talk in that first movie. But I do remember them. I do remember Jerry always just messing around with Tom, and I used to get annoyed. I'm just like, bro, Tom, like, I don't know. Tom would just be chilling, and then Jerry would just come around here and just mess around with him. Just like, Jerry, leave him alone, bro. Like, just leave him alone. I mean, there were times where Tom. I'll be honest with you, there were times where Tom did bother Jerry, but you know what? I will always say this, Jerry did deserve it, because Jerry will start first. Like I said, Jerry the Mouse will always start with Tom. That's all I gotta say. And then, like I said, Spike used to hate Tom. Like, there'll be times where Spike just wanted to, like, mess up Tom. Like, I just don't know what it is. I remember one time, like, there was multiple episodes with Spike, but I remember one time where I think they had a bet, actually. They made a deal. Because I remember one episode where Tom was hitting Jerry with like a bat or something. No, Spike was trying to hit Tom with a bat, and then Tom was hitting Jerry with like a paper or something, and they were just going at it. And I remember an episode where they actually like Spike said, you know what we're doing this for? Let's have a truce. And they did have a truce at first, but something happened where I can't remember what it was. It was like something happened where Spike got mad at Tom, and Tom got mad at Jerry, and then they started doing it again, and then next, you know, they did the whole fighting each other again. So there were some episodes that were great in Tom and Jerry. I love that show. My mom was a huge fan of that show. I remember her telling me a lot about it too. And I also do remember an episode where the lion episode. I do remember how there was a lion episode where Tom was told, oh yeah, there was a lion on the loose. Make sure you lock your doors, lock everything, make sure you're not next to anything. And so Jerry wanted to mess around with Tom, and you know, I think Jerry found a fake lion costume, and he pretended that it was there. Like, and then Nibble, I remember his nephew in one episode where he came, and there was just, like I said, there's so many episodes I could tell you. Like, and I would love to. I'm gonna probably rewatch it just talking about it because it's great memories with Tom and Jerry. You know, there's a lot of great old shows that were great memories for me. Like, for example, The Flintstones was another one that I really loved and enjoyed. The Jetsons was a fun one to watch. You know, multiple shows. But like I said, this game right here, Tom and Jerry, War of the Whiskers, was pretty fun. I really liked it a lot. I used to love just beating up people. I actually used to play as Tom and used to want to fight Jerry. I'm like, yo, I'm about to beat Jerry up because, like I said, I was tired of Jerry messing with Tom. I'll be watching Tom and Jerry. I'd be like, bro, even when I got older and became like an adult, I'm just like watching. I'm like, bro, why does Jerry want to start with Tom? Tom would just be chilling and not doing anything. Yeah, there'll be times where Tom start with Jerry, but at the same time, it's like, I get it. It's a cat and the mouse. They have a rivalry, but like I said, it's just like, to me, it's just like, bro, you always messing with Tom. Leave the boy alone. Leave the cat alone. Like, he's someone that could be chilling. and you just come over here and ruin his peace. And it's, to me, I never understood that. There'll be times where I just think that Jerry just wanted to start problems. But like I said, this was a fun game. I love this game a lot. Used to play this game a lot with my brother. And it was fun. There's a lot of games out there that were great. You know, games that were great. Old games too. And like I said, I would love actually talking about video games. I actually love talking about going back in the past and talking about how I used to play in the past. There's multiple games that I could talk about, because I was just looking at, not too long ago, I was looking out to see what other games I can talk about in the future. There's like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game I could talk about. There's a SpongeBob game called Lights, Camera, Pants. There's Kingdom Hearts. One of these days I'll probably talk about multiple games. Smackdown, Here Comes the Pain is another one I was thinking about talking about. So there's multiple games that I can talk about, like classic games. And then there's some new games I can talk about, or somewhat new that were pretty good. I am going to say another one I was thinking about talking about too was Sonic Riders. I was this close to talking about that one because that game used to be fun too. But like I said, I just love doing this. I love talking about games. I love talking about, not only games, but I love talking about shows and entertainment. So I will talk more about shows. But the thing with this, I have to get back into watching shows and get back into watching movies. I will say this, and I'm not going to spoil anything. I did saw A Quiet Place day one. Phenomenal movie. It was a great movie. That's all I'm going to say about it. And I will say this, there will probably be a point in time where I probably will talk about A Quiet Place in this podcast, because I want to talk about it. I want to tell you how I feel about it. I think it'll be a neat conversation to have, talk about. But like I said, this game right here is really fun. I'm excited to talk about it. If you never played it, like I always say, if you never played it in the PlayStation, Xbox, or GameCube, get yourself a PlayStation or Xbox. Like I said, because GameCube games, like I said, they're very expensive. Maybe this game won't be expensive for GameCube games, but I'm not 100% sure. Get one of those and just go back into playing it. There's a lot of, like I said, one thing I could say about the PlayStation and Xbox is you can always go back to your old consoles and just play some old games, and bring back so much memories. Even talking about this, like I said, it brings back so much memories. So I will say, if you ever did play this game, leave a comment and tell me if you like this game. Tell me if you didn't like this game. If you never played this game, like I will always say, get yourself a PlayStation or get yourself an Xbox and play this game. Like literally, PlayStation 2 and Xbox. Get this game so you can see how fun it is. Like I said, it's fun. If it's fun, it'll make you laugh because there's some funny things that they do here, and it's a great game. Now, before we go, like we always say, we don't know you, but we love you, and there's a God above that does. I'm Cashew. Peace out, PB Cashewville.